The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college, and so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better, I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
It is tourney time here at the Huntsville Athletic Center as the Taylor Trojans travel in to take on the St. Francis Cougars in a Crossroads League quarterfinal matchup. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the Crossroads League tournament and how things have panned out. Marion clinched their 11th Crossroads League regular season title on Sunday with a win over Huntington, and they will host Grace, who defeated Goshen 86-82 on Saturday to lock up the 8th seed. Meanwhile, Huntington will host a Crossroads League tournament matchup for the first time since 2014. They will take on the Indiana Wesleyan Wildcats, who own 2 of the 3 St. Francis losses on the season. Meanwhile, Spring Arbor will host an opening Crossroads League quarterfinal matchup for the 3rd season in a row. They will take on the Bethel Pilots. The winner of that contest will take on the winner of this one. We thank you so much for joining us here on the St. Francis Cougars Network. Hunter Sosenheimer here calling your play-by-play. Excited to be here for this one as we go ahead and take a deeper look here at these 2 squads. First, for the Taylor Trojans, they picked up the 7th seed in the 2025 Crossroads League tourney. They were receiving votes in the most recent 2025 NAIA poll. They currently have a 17-11 overall record, finished 7-11 in a Crossroads League play. They received 13 votes in that final NAIA poll. They are under third-year head coach, and Casey Wiseman. She is 36-49 in her 3 years with the program, 0-1 in the Crossroads League tourney, as they did not qualify for the Crossroads League tourney last season, but in her first year, they lost in the quarterfinal at Indiana Wesleyan. This Taylor Trojan squad averaging 74.8 points per game on the season, along with 40 rebounds per game on the year. They are led by number 12 and the freshman Casey Warfel. She is one of the top players in the NAIA All the Nation, averaging 24.6 points per game on the season. That is first in the NAIA as well as first in the Crossroads League, and steals with 77 on the season is the freshman out of Pendleton, Indiana. They're most recently coming off a loss at Mount Vernon and Nazarene University on Saturday, 85-82. Casey Warfel had 35 points in that contest. Number 22, Maddie Allen, another key player to watch for Taylor, had 16 points and 6 rebounds. And then Marissa Trout with 14 points and 7 rebounds in that contest against Mount Vernon. They are 0-2 on the season against St. Francis. They lost at St. Francis back on January 7th, 62-44. Casey Warfel had 13 points in that contest, and then most recently lost to the Cougars on February 11th, 72-62, where Emma Insolent, who is in the starting lineup today, had 20 points off the bench. Meanwhile, Marissa Trout had 14 points in that contest. They just have 2 seniors. Does this Taylor Trojan squad on the year, similar to what St. Francis has, so a lot of youth rolling through Coach Wiseman's program. As we go ahead and take a look at the St. Francis Cougars, they come into this contest with a 25-3 overall record. They finished 15-3 in the Crossroads League play. walked up the 2 spot into the Crossroads League tourney. They are number 7 in the NAIA rankings. Under third-year head coach Jeremy Henney is 69-19 in his 3 years at the school. 2-2 in the Crossroads League tourney. He reached the semis in both his first 2 seasons. We'll see what he can get done here in his third year. 73 points per game and 35 rebounds per game is the season total for this St. Francis squad. They're most recently coming off a win against the number 16 team in the nation, the Spring Arbor Cougars, 61-44. Could potentially see that matchup in the Crossroads League semifinals on Friday. We'll see how things pan out. Julia Mansella, the lone senior for the St. Francis Cougars, had 15 points in that contest on a senior day. Meanwhile, Sumia Stout off the bench. She is the 6th man for St. Francis, had 11 points in that matchup. Bella Gizzi with a double-double, 10 points and 11 rebounds. And then Callie Gregory pitched in 10 points and 6 rebounds. The Cougars have the top 3 three-point shooters in the Crossroads League. Taylor Fordyce with 45.7 points per game. 45.7% from beyond the arc. Callie Gregory, 43.9% from beyond the arc. And Julia Mansella at 42% beyond the arc. They are 2-0 against Taylor, with wins against them 62-44. Renna Schwitterman had 21 points and 8 rebounds, along with Callie Gregory and 14 points in that contest. Meanwhile, in the most recent win against Taylor, 72-62, Callie Gregory had 29 points and 7 boards. Meanwhile, Bella Gizzi with 22 points and 6 rebounds. Taylor Fordyce had 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists in that matchup. 42 points in the paint in both contests. In the win against Taylor on January 7th, 42 points in the paint for St. Francis, and then the win against Taylor most recently on February 11th, 42 points in the paint as well. So St. Francis going paint heavy against the Taylor Trojans. We'll see what they roll out with here tonight. As looking ahead to that Crossroads League semifinal matchup, St. Francis is 2-0 against Spring Arbor and Bethel combined on the year. Puts them at 4-0 against those 2 opponents. Meanwhile, Taylor 1-1 against Bethel, and then 0-2 against Spring Arbor. So we are getting set and ready to roll here from the Hutzell Athletic Center. So we'll go ahead and turn it on over here to our PA announcer, Jared Parcell, for the starting lineups along with national anthems here live on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
Crossroads League quarterfinal matchup featuring the 7th seeded Taylor University Trojans and your 2nd seeded University of St. Francis Cougars. This topic, please rise for the pregame prayer of the playing our national anthem. Let us pray, dear Lord, please watch over today's game between Taylor University and St. Francis. Protect the players, coaches, and officials throughout today's contest and save them free from injury. Allow parents, family members, students, and all players to enjoy today's event in a safe and respectful manner. Words of St. Francis, and like the darkness of our hearts, give us a great faith and servanthood, and a perfect charity. Amen. Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. 7th-ranked University of St. Francis Cougars, the second seed. With a record of 25-3 overall, 15-3 Crossroads League. At guard, a 5'8" junior from New Palestine, Indiana, number 3 is Isabella Gizzi. At guard, a 5'10" sophomore from Congo, Ohio, number 5, Callie Gregory. At guard, a 5'9" junior from Portland, number 14, Taylor Florida. At guard, a 5'11" senior from Middlebury, Indiana, number 15, Julia Angela. And a 4'6" junior from Brooklyn, number 21,
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Starting lineups in the books here from the Huntsville Athletic Centers. We are getting set and ready to roll here for our Crossroads League quarterfinal matchup. The Taylor Trojans going to roll out into the all-purple unis with the white trim. Meanwhile, for St. Francis, they're going to rock the all-white unis with the blue and a black trim. It'll be number 12, Casey Warfeld, number 22, Maddie Allen, number 24, Marissa Trout, number 33, Emma Anselette, and number 35, Quinn Kelly for Taylor. Meanwhile, for St. Francis, it'll be number 3, Bella Gizzi, number 5, Callie Gregory, number 14, Taylor Fordyce, number 15, Julia Mansella, number 21, and Rita Schwitterman. It's Kelly and Mansella in the middle, and we are set and underway here from the Huntsville Athletic Center for this Crossroads League quarterfinal matchup. As Taylor wins the tip, they'll have the basketball here to begin our contest. It will be Matt Allen. With it on the far side, she'll go to Kelly in the corner. Now they'll swing it back up top. Anselette near side here to Trout. 3 ball from the top of the key is no good there for Warfel. Board comes down to the hands here of Taylor Fordyce. Callie Gregory will have it here for St. Francis. Mansella now near side here to Fordyce. Gregory with it. Kicks back out. They'll move it to the top of the key to Schwitterman. Now back far side here into the hands of Bella Gizzi. She's left open inside. Floater on way. It's no good. Board comes down here to the hands of Maddie Allen. Allen now going to look to push. She'll slow it down as she's picked up here by Gregory. They'll swing it far side, Warfelt. Now back up top here to the hands of Allen. Trout with it here near side, gives it off. They'll go back far side now here to the hands of Maddie Allen. Up top, this is Anselette. Now near side here to Warfelt. Warfel kicks back up top, 3 ball on the way, and it's up and good there for Maddie Allen. Allen starts the scoring here for Taylor with the triple. Gives a 3-0 lead here now for the Trojans. Schwitterman out far side in the corner. Now here to Gregory. He's going to look to drive, kicks. Fordyce with it in the corner. Up top to Gizzi now, back into the hands of Mansella. Gregory with it. Shot clock down to 8. Gregory one-on-one. Gets a screen from Schwitterman. We'll get it to her. Now with 3 on the shot clock. Gets it out to Gizzi. She'll launch a 3. Couldn't get it to go. And we get a whistle. As I did not start my clock here on our scoreboard. So we'll go ahead and match it up with the one on the floor. And we'll line things up for you as 8 minutes left to go here in our first quarter of action. 3-0 lead for Taylor. Allen with it here near side wing. Anselette is going to go far side now to Trout. Warfel with it at the top of the key. The top scorer in points per game in all of the nation here in the NAIA is Warfel. She has the basketball here now on the drive. Double team was brought. She goes up strong and gets the score. A strong take there by Casey Warfel, the freshman out of Pendleton, Indiana. That is impressive stuff, leading all the nation with 24.6 points per game as a freshman. Mansella was looking for Schwitterman on the cut. Throws it out of bounds. Will go the other way with Taylor. Trojans off to a hot start here, forcing quite a few turnovers defensively here for St. Francis so far in our contest. Anselette near side now here to the hands of Allen. Up top, Warfel's going to launch a 3. She hits right over the hand of Bella Gizzi, and an 8-0 lead. A hot start for the Taylor Trojans here so far in this one. Gregory with it on the drive. Now goes out far side here into the hands of Bella Gizzi. Schwitterman going to drive one-on-one. Trying to go inside there to Mansella, and another turnover for the Cougars. as Taylor going to take it the other way. Warfeld tried to split through defenders there. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by St. Francis. And looks like Coach Henney is going to use a timeout here early in this one as the Cougs find themselves down 8. We'll go ahead and take a break with them. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college. And so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better. I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
8-0 lead for Taylor to start our contest. 3 turnovers early on in the action for St. Francis as we'll get an inbound here for the Trojans. Kick here to the near side. It's Trout. Up top to Warfeld. She'll launch from deep. Couldn't get it to go. Rims in and out. Board comes down to the hands here of Callie Gregory. She'll look to push. Inside to Schwiedeman. Schwiedeman, it's one-on-one. Trying to go in the corner there to Mansella. Able to maintain it, though, is Schwiedeman. And now it's Gregory here with it for the Cougs. Gregory looking to drive. Has Mansella in the corner. Instead kicks out to Gizzy with it at the top of the key. Near side Fordyce, now down low to Schwiedeman. Cross court. Extra pass, 3 ball on the way, and it's up and good there from Callie Gregory. Off the assist from Julia Mansella. Ancelet goes up top to Trout. Now far side here to the hands of Allen. As 5:40 left to go. Good look up ahead to Schwiedeman. She goes off glass, couldn't get it to go. And the board comes down now here for Taylor. Ancelet. Near side now here to the hands of Allen. They'll swing it all the way around. Far side, Ancelet back with it. And a travel is going to be called on Casey. Warfeld took an extra step. Possession will go the other way with St. Francis. Down 5 here with 5:16 left to go. As it will be Callie Gregory who will bring it up ahead here for the Cougs. Schwiedeman with it just inside the arc. Kicks in the corner. 3 ball on the way from Mansella is up and good. Now possession back the other way here with Taylor. Back-to-back dribbles on back-to-back possessions for St. Francis. Cutting the lead down to 2. Allen with it on the far side wing. Skips cross court now here in the hands of Marissa Trout. Trout with it. Up top. And we'll get a screen from Kelly, the lone senior here for this Taylor squad. Launches a 3, no good. And a shot clock violation will be the call. We'll go the other direction with St. Francis. Substitution here for the Trojans. As number 11 and Selena Blunt will check into the contest. She'll come in for Quinn Kelly. And it'll be Callie Gregory who will bring it up ahead here for the Cougs. Hands off to Gizzy. Schwiedeman with it at the top of the key. Looking for Gregory in the post. Instead, kicks in the corner. Mansella will launch for 3, no good. And Blunt comes down with the rebound. Allen will have it here at the top of the key for Taylor. Near side here to Warfeld. Allen back with it. Now they'll swing it all the way around. Back here near side. This is Emma Ancelet here with it. Kicks out to Trout. She'll launch a three from deep off the back end of the rim. Height advantage there for the board underneath. And Selena Blunt reaches over Gizzy for the board. Blunt stands at 6'2". Gizzy stands at 5'8". Nothing Gizzy could do there as Mansella couldn't put it home, and Blunt comes down with it. Kicks it ahead. Now it's in the hands here of Maddie Allen. Taylor doing a great job on the boards here so far early. This one is thrown out of bounds. Will go the other way. Currently out rebounding the Cougs 5-3. Mansella will check out. Samia Stout will come into the contest. Number 3 in Emma Fall will check into the contest for Taylor. She will come in for Marissa Trout. Both these squads go about 8 or 9 deep here in their rosters. We'll see if we see any changes on that here tonight as Schwiedeman here with it. One dribble pull-up jumper on the way, and it's up and good. Schwiedeman cuts it back to a 2-point contest. Fall here with it on the near side wing. Morfels dishes it far side. It's now here in the hands of Ancelet. Warfel back with it now here on the near side wing. They'll swing it all the way around far side here to the hands of Ancelet. She's going to launch from deep, no good. Missed everything. Out of bounds, will go the other way. Substitution for the Cougars as Taylor Fordyce will check out of the contest, number 24. And Emma Royce will come into the contest. Gregory will now bring it up ahead here for the Cougars. Schwiedeman here with it on the drive. Gets it off into the hands here of Stout. Stout will take it inside. She'll spin and hangs and gets it to fall for the score. Ties it up at 10-all. Fall with it at the top of the key, looking for the handoff. Is able to get it off here to Warfel. She'll drive, and a foul is going to be called on Bella Gizzy. That is going to be her first, team's first of the contest as well. And so Casey Warfel will go to the line for free throws. Marissa Trout going to check back in for Taylor. Number 22 and Allison Shoy will check in for the first time tonight as she'll come in for Renna Schwiedeman. So it's Casey Warfel at the line for a pair, averaging 24.6 points per game on the season. As I mentioned, that is first in all the nation. 3 steals per game as well. Leads the Crossroads League in that category. Is a 74% free throw shooter on the season. Is the 5'9" guard out of Pendleton, Indiana. Missed on the first and hits on the second. Gives Taylor the 1-point lead. Gregory here with it now for St. Francis. Royce gets it off now here to Samia Stout. One-on-one here with Warfel. The drive from Gizzy, and a foul is called. Maddie Allen will pick up the foul. That'll be her first, team's first. So just a foul apiece here so far in the contest. As Kylie Gregory will check out. Taylor Fordyce will come on for her. And it'll be Gizzy at the line for repair. First free throw for Bella Gizzy is up and good. Gizzy currently ranks 17th in the nation in the free throw percentage category. 87.5% from the line, and she drains them both. So just a foul apiece here so far in our contest on either squad. As Blunt kicks out, top of the key, 3 ball on the way, and it's up and good there for Casey Warfel. And now it's St. Francis with the basketball as Fordyce dishes out to Allison Shoy. Shoy on the drive, Euro step, couldn't get it to go. Board comes down to Blunt. Now Allen will have it here for Taylor. Far side, here into the hands of Allen. Warfel with it here on the near side wing. Shot clock down to 10. Launches a three, no good. Stout comes down with the board for the Cougars. Goes far side to Shoy. Now to Fordyce. She'll launch for three. No good off the front end of the rim. And the board comes down to Blunt here for Taylor. 15-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. As Taylor going to work patient offensively, letting that clock go down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fall with it on the far side wing. Finds Warfel, now at top. 4 seconds on the shot clock, and Fordyce able to take it away, and a foul is going to be called. Foul is going to be called on Trout. That'll be her first, team second. Substitution for St. Francis as Allison Choi will check out, and Callie Gregory will come on. Emma Royce will come out, and Julia Mansilla will come on. As the shot clock is off, St. Francis will inbound the basketball. It'll be Callie Gregory who will have it here for the Cougars. Stout now here on the near side. His clock now down to 6. The drive from Stout, couldn't get it to go. And Taylor comes down with the board. They'll launch a three at the buzzer. It's no good. And that's the end of our first quarter. Taylor with a 14-12 lead over St. Francis will go ahead and take a break. You are watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college. And so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better. I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
Back here live from the Hutzell Athletic Center as we flip on over to our second quarter of action. St. Francis will have the basketball. As Callie Gregory will bring it up ahead. Taking a look at our scoreboard around the Crossroads League. Indiana Wesleyan ahead by 4 on Huntington. Meanwhile, Marion steaming away from Grace as they're ahead 31-15 in that contest. Bethel and Spring Arbor. As Fordyce drains the triple for St. Francis. Taylor Fordyce, one of the top three-point shooters in the nation, sits 7th in that category, first in the Crossroads League. Bethel ahead by 4 on Spring Arbor. The winner of that contest will take on the winner of this one in our semifinal on Friday. Three seconds on the shot clock. We'll see if Taylor gets a shot off. They do. Couldn't get it to go there. Cut Allen off the back end, and now possession up ahead here with St. Francis. Gregory will launch for 3, and she hits on the far side wing. Her second triple of the game. And St. Francis now ahead by 4. Kelly with it back into the contest for Taylor. Near side now here in the hands of Allen. Fall will go far side to Trout. Now up top here into the hands of Kelly. She'll launch for 3 and hits from the top of the key. And now it's Callie Gregory who will bring it up ahead here for St. Francis, ahead by 1. Stout will have it on the far side. Mansilla back now far side into the hands here of Gregory. Gregory going to look to drive, skips. Fordyce back inside to Gregory as a double team is brought. She gets it out to Fordyce. Fordyce now going to look to drive inside, and a foul is going to be called on the floor on Taylor. as Ancelet back in for Taylor. Fouls called on number 11 and Selena Blunt. That was her first, team's first of the quarter. Gizzy here with it now for St. Francis on the drive. Skips. Mantilla here near side wing for three. No good. Long on the marker. Ancelet now here with it for Taylor. Far side to Trout. Now up top to Kelly. Back here near side to Ancelet. Inside to Blunt. Double team was brought. And a turnover. Fordyce now here with it for St. Francis. She'll give off here to Callie Gregory. Far side now into the hands here of Mantilla. Skips. Fordyce in the corner. Three ball in the way. No good. And Trout comes away with the board here for Taylor. Ancelet now here with it for the Trojans. Far side. As Blunt finds Allen. Allen will back it out. Shot clock down to 10. Allen with it here near side wing. And a turnover. Samia Stout jumps the lane. She goes up and gets the steal and score. And a timeout is going to be called by Taylor. And head coach Casey Wiseman will go ahead and step away. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college. And so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better. I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
Back here live from the Hutsville Athletic Center, it will be Taylor with the basketball out of the timeout called by the Trojans. Kelly with it in the corner, gets it off now here to the hands of Allen. Warfelt here with it now, guarded by Fordyce, spins, hangs, couldn't get it to go. Fordyce comes away with the board here for the Cougars. Goes far side to Callie Gregory. Gregory with a look inside to Schwiedeman, and a foul is going to be called. Foul is going to be called on Quinn Kelly. That'll be her first. Team's second of the quarter. Samia Stout back into the contest. She will come in for Bella Gissy. Schwiedeman with it, skips. Gregory in the corner, one-on-one with Trout. Spins inside. And she hangs and gets it to roll. Ancelet dishes off up top. Back here on the near side wing. Trout will skip far side here to the hands of Allen. Allen is going to launch a three from deep. No good with a hand in her face. Stout comes down with the board here for the Cougars. Stout now going to look to push. Trying to get it in the hands of Fordyce. Knocked back, right back into her hands. She's with it now, trying to find Mantilla, and Warfel is going to pick up a foul on the reach. That is going to be her first, team's third. So we'll get an inbound on the far side here for St. Francis. Stout will go up top to Schwiedeman. Now here into the hands of Gregory. Extra pass, far side wing, three ball on the way, and it's up and good there for Taylor Fordyce. Her second triple of the game, leading three-point shooter into the Crossroads League, as well as 7th in the nation, gives St. Francis their largest lead of the game at 8. Ansela will go far side now into the hands here of Trout. Inside, Kelly, one-on-one with Mansella. Couldn't get it to go. Mansella comes down with it. Now Gregory will look to push. Gets inside here to Schwiedemann, and out of bounds. It's last touched by Schwiedemann. Will go the other way. Micaiah Musselman will check into the contest for Taylor. She will replace number 35 in Quinn Kelly. As it'll be Maddie Allen who will bring it up ahead here for the Trojans. Warfelt up top here now into the hands of Trout. Allen with it here on the near side wing. The look down low, and a foul is going to be called on Mansella. That'll be her first, team's first. Substitution for the Cougars as Bella Gizzi will come into the contest. She will come in for Mansella. Mansella, the lone senior on this St. Francis squad. Jumper off the curl is no good there from Allen. And possession comes down for St. Francis. Gizzi with it far side wing, trying to go inside there to Schwiedemann. And it looked like Musselman got a piece of her. But either way, that forces another turnover for St. Francis. And we'll go the other way. St. Francis now with 5 turnovers in the contest. Trout up top. They'll swing it around far side now here to the hands of Allen. Inside, Musselman goes up strong. Couldn't get it to go. Schwerterman comes away with the board here for the Cougars. Fordyce now with it. Skips in the corner. Gizzi, extra pass now into the hands here of Gregory. Gizzi finds Stout. Stout one-on-one here near side with Allen's going to take it inside. Drops it off to Schwitterman for the score. And St. Francis now with a 10-point lead. Allen will have it now here for Taylor in the all-purple unis. And Gizzi will get called for a foul. That's going to be her second. So she'll check out. Emma Royst will come on for her. Meanwhile, number 11 and Selena Blunt will check into the contest. She'll come in for Micaiah Musselman. Ansela here with it now for Taylor. Goes to that far side, looked inside for Warfel. And Stout got a piece of it to knock it out. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And Baum will come underneath here for Taylor. Ash Trout will go underneath. And bounce here to Warfel. One-on-one with Stout. Couldn't get it to go as outside defense was brought by Gregory. Now it's Royce looking to push. Picks up her dribble. Leaves it off up top to Schwiedeman. Now one-on-one with Stout. Gets it back here to Schwiedeman. In the corner. Gregory's going to launch for three. No good. Board comes down to the hands here of Blunt. Near side. This is Hanslett. Here with it on the drive. Couldn't get it to go, and Gregory now going to look up ahead. Fordyce, the bounce pass to Schwiedeman for the score. Great movement there with the basketball from St. Francis. Gregory to Fordyce to Schwiedeman for the bucket, and Shogun to the line. 4-1 opportunity here for the Cougars. Foul is called on number 12 in Casey Warfeld. That's her second. So she'll check out of the contest. ML Fall will come in for her, and Schwiedeman will go to the line for one. And she hits on the N1 opportunity. Gives St. Francis their largest lead of the game. As the leading scorer in the nation, Casey Warfel for Taylor out with 2 fouls. Tough sight to see there for Coach Wiseman and her squad. As Trout with it, goes far side now here to the hands of Ancelette. Blunt with it, and a whistle. Foul is going to be called on Schwieterman. That's going to be her first, team's third. And so we'll get an inbound underneath here for Taylor. Blunt trying to get it inside, couldn't get it. And now Stout going to take it the other way. She'll drive right to the rim. It's Simia Stout with the bucket for St. Francis. A timeout is going to be called by Taylor. We'll go ahead and step away as the Cougars on a little bit of a run here. They lead 32-17 over Taylor. We'll go ahead and take a break. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
Ago, I was diagnosed with a third-degree heart block. They had to put a pacemaker in my chest, and so once I had that surgery done and everything, I started at PSM and getting my shoulder mobility and my shoulder strength back, and now that I have that, making it even stronger than it was before and really spend the time that I need to be able to compete at the level that I want to compete at. I've been in the pool since I was 6 years old. It's not an easy sport to just pick up and start doing, but if you have the dedication to do it, you can do it just fine.
Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center. 2:02 remaining here in our second quarter of action. It'll be the Trojans with the basketball. As Maddie Allen will bring it up ahead here for Taylor. Fall. Near side now here to the hands of Ancelette. She'll launch for three, no good. Royst comes down with the board for St. Francis. And buzzer went off at the hut. Not sure what that was about. Well, we're going to play on as Gregory here with it. Free throw line jumper on the way. No good off the back end of the rim. Fordyce near side now to Gregory. Stout with it up top. Inside to Schwieterman. Back to Stout in the corner. Now Gregory's going to look to drive. She'll go up off glass. Couldn't get it to go. And possession now back the other way. Here with Taylor. Ancelette leaves off up top. Three ball on the way. It's long on the marker there from Blunt. And Fordyce comes down with it here for the Cougars. Fordyce on the drive, spins. Help side defense brought Stout out far side to Schwieterman. She'll launch for three, no good. And the board comes down to the hands of Allen as we are now under 1 minute left to go here in our second quarter. Fall here with it now on the near side wing. Up top here into the hands of Allen. Far side, they'll swing it around. They'll look down low from Blunt. She tried to look inside for Trout. It goes out of bounds, and possession will go back to St. Francis. Kelly's going to check back on for Blunt. 8-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. As Kelly Gregory will bring it up ahead here for the Cougars. Gregory up top to Royst. Inside Schwieterman, nice back cut on the find there. And Samia Stout with the bucket. Great ball movement here in the first half for St. Francis as they are just finding the open shot and hitting. Cougars now ahead by 17. Taylor going to look for the final shot here of our quarter. As this is Allen here with it on the near side wing. This is off up top. Kelly extra pass. Three ball on the way at the buzzer. It's up in good there for Emma Ancelette. And that's the end of our second quarter. St. Francis will head to the break with a 14-point lead over Taylor. You are watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college, and so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better, I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center, St. Francis ahead by 14 on Taylor at our halftime break. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first half stats. First for the Taylor Trojans, they shot 7 of 23 from the field. They were 5 of 12 from beyond the arc and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 8 turnovers in the first half for Taylor. Leading the way for them was Casey Warfel with 9 points. Maddie Allen and Emma Insulet along with Clint Kelly each with 3 apiece, and Selena Blunt with 2 points for Taylor. Meanwhile, for St. Francis, they were 13 of 26 from the field, 5 of 11 from beyond the arc, and 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Just 5 turnovers in the first half for St. Francis. Leading the way for them was Sylvia Stout and Kylie Gargery with 8 apiece. Rena Schwiedeman with 7. Taylor Fordyce with 6. Julia Mansella with 3. And Isabella Gizzi with 2. Rebounding battle, St. Francis wins it by 2, 15-13. Taking a look at some scores around the Crossroads League in our tournament. It is Marion ahead 52-25 on Grace. Meanwhile, Huntington ahead 30-27 on Adida Wesleyan, and then Bethel ahead 35-33 in the halftime break. They're out at Spring Arbor. The winner of this one will take on the winner of Spring Arbor and Bethel on Friday evening. The higher seed will be the host for the semifinal matchups. So we are going to go ahead and take another short break, and we will come back with the second half of action. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college, and so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better, I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center as we go ahead and flip on over to our second half of action. It'll be Taylor with the basketball to begin our second half. As Anselet will take it one-on-one with Gregory. She'll kick in the corner to Casey Warfel. And Warfel's 3 goes off the side of the backboard. No good. And Gregory now with it for St. Francis. Gizzy going to skip cross court. Fordyce inside now here to Schwiedeman. Back here near side. 3 ball on the way is no good from Gizzy. Offensive board for Gregory. Back to Gizzy. She'll launch a 3. The second chance 3-pointer hits for Bella Gizzy. And now it's Taylor with the basketball. It's Casey Warfel here with it now. Leader in the nation in points per game, sitting with 9 here for the Trojans. She'll have it now, guarded by Gizzy. Help side defense was brought by Fordyce, able to get it over the top to double. Now back here near side, Anselet going to launch a three, no good. And Schwiedeman going to come away with it here for St. Francis. Far side, Gregory, extra pass. Gizzy going to go baseline with it. Back out to Gregory with it, far side wing. Schwiedeman now to Fordyce here on the near side. Fordyce guarded by Anselet, going to spin. She's going to hang. Kept that foot down to keep away from a travel. Now it's Gregory here with it. Shot clock down to 5. Gregory out to Mantilla. Shot launch from the top of the key. 3 ball in the way is no good. And the board comes down here to Taylor Double. Or check it, that's Marissa Trout. Gives it off into the hands here of Allen. That's Taylor Double. As another Huntington North graduate playing for Marion. Got them confused as I saw both of them in the days of my high school broadcasting career. So my apologies to the Trout family. But Warfel will have it now here for the Trojans. Anselet, near side now here into the hands of Allen. Back far side, Casey Warfel on the drive, beats Schwiedeman to the glass for the bucket. 15-point ball game. As Gregory will have it here for St. Francis on the near side wing. Going to look inside, try to find Schwiedeman. And Schwiedeman couldn't get around Kelly. Nice defense by Kelly to force the turnover. And possession will go back the other way. Here with the Trojans, so Taylor. Good crowd on hand here for this Tuesday evening Crossroads League quarterfinal matchup. As if St. Francis wins, they'll host the semifinal game on Friday. As the 3 ball is hit there for the Trojans. That's number 22 and Maddie Allen. Mantilla here with it now for the Cougars. Gets it off. Near side here to Gregory. Gregory finds Schwiedeman with it at the free throw line. She's going to drive in on Kelly. Help side defense was brought. Near side, it's Gizzy on the drive to the rim. The right hand, no good. And possession now back the other way as Casey Warfel will push it right to the rim. Gets around Fordyce, but couldn't get it to go. And it's Gregory who comes away with it, and a foul is going to be called. It'll be on Casey Warfel. It'll be her third, team's first of the quarter. Samia Stout will check back into the game as the Cougs will go guard heavy. Renna Schwiedeman will check out. And it'll be Taylor Fordyce who will have it here now for St. Francis. Fordyce, top of the key, gonna spin. She'll hang off glass, it's no good, and Kelly comes away with it here for Taylor. Near side now here into the hands of Warfel. Anselet with it on the far side wing. Finds Kelly. Now back here near side into the hands of Warfel. Allen with a look inside. This one was knocked away partially by Stout. Taylor able to maintain it as Kelly with it now. Shot clock down to 3. 3 ball in the way from Warfel is no good. And Gissy comes away with it now here for St. Francis. Inside, Fordyce finds Mantilla, who goes up for the score. Warfel will swing it far side. Back here on the near end, Warfel with it. Double team was brought partially there. Fordyce able to get back to her defender. 3 ball on the way from Kelly is no good. And Fordyce comes down with it now here for the Cougars. Ahead by 14. Fordyce stops inside the arc. Was going to look for a jump shot there. Instead, we get a whistle and a foul off the ball on Kelly. That's her second. Mantilla will check out. Emma Royce going to come on. Kelly's going to check out as well. Number 4. And Kendall sets him up. Going to check into the contest for Taylor. As Stout will have it one-on-one. She'll drive right in and draw the contact, and a foul is going to be called. And we'll get a pair of free throws for Samia Stout. But before that, we'll have our media timeout on the floor with 5 minutes left to go. St. Francis with a 39-25 lead over Taylor. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college. And so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better. I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
Back here live from the hut, Samia Stout to the line for a pair of free throws. Stout's first free throw is up and good. Stout, the sophomore guard out of Elkhart, Indiana, averaging 51% from the line here for the Cougs on the season. Knocks them both down. She had a big game on Saturday for the Cougars in their win against number 16th ranked Spring Arbor, 61-44. Stout had 11 points in that contest, averages 3.5 per game on the season, and now currently sits with 8 in this contest. Fordyce inside to Gregory. Gregory going to wear down her defender, goes up, had it blocked there by Allen. Now Allen tried to push up ahead, tried to find Warfel, and the takeaway from Gizzy. She'll go to the rim, couldn't get it to go. And possession now back the other way with the Trojans. As Anselette will push. Warfel, far side, fans wanted to travel, didn't get it. Warfel gonna go up strong, and it rolls right off the front end of the rim and in for the score. And Warfel not with 13. 11 away from her average of 24. Royst skips to Gizzy, now in the corner to Gregory. Gizzy back with it, tried to go to Royce, taken away by Warfel. She'll pick it up, put it on the deck, gets around Royce, couldn't get it to go, and Royce comes down with it here for St. Francis. Royce will now push. Gregory near side, triple on the way. It's up and good there for Callie Gregory, now in double digits with 11. Anselette goes over the top, couldn't get it to go. There could Semesta, and now a takeaway. Stout with it. She'll drive, bounce past there to Gizzy, up for the score. And we're going to get a timeout called by Taylor, as this will be their third timeout used in the game. They'll have one remaining. We'll step away. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college. And so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better. I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own in school.
Back here live from the hut as Taylor with the basketball. Out of the timeout called by Coach Wiseman. They will have one more remaining. As Blunt skips to Warfel here near side. She launches a three and hits. Back to a 16-point game. Royst to Gregory. Inside to Stout. Bounce pass to Schwerterman. Now far side into the hands here of Fordyce. Stout back with it. Skips here near side. Emma Royce will launch for three and hits. Emma Royce draining the three for the Cougs. Now ahead by 19. St. Francis now 8 of 16 from beyond the arc here in the game, 50%. As the step back three ball is short on the marker. And out of bounds, possession back to St. Francis. As Gregory goes near side here to Royst. They'll swing it all the way around inside. Stout back out here near side wing. Fordyce with it inside. And we get a whistle. And possession will go back to Taylor. As Casey Warfel will check out. Quinn Kelly will come on. As I mentioned, both these squads very young. Just one senior on the roster for St. Francis and Julia Mansella. Two seniors on the roster for Taylor. As you saw, Kendall Semesta, as well as Quinn Kelly. Both those players in the game here for Taylor. As that one knocked away. This is Fall here with it. Free throw line jumper on the way, and it's up and good. Taylor received 13 votes in the final NAIA poll, so their hopes of making the NAIA tournament are quite a bit alive. We'll see how things pan out. As a three ball here on the near side wing is up and good there for Taylor Fordyce. That's her third triple of the game. The top three-point shooter in the Crossroads League. Doesn't take many three-point attempts, but when she does have success, shooting 45.7% from three coming into the contest today. That's seventh in the nation. As a three ball here on the near side is no good there for Royst. And possession will go back to Taylor. As Fall will have it. There's a 12-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Fall gets it to Kelly. Now here on the near side wing, this is Allen here with it. They'll skip cross court. Kendall Semesta. Back here on the near side, jumper on the way, and it's up and good there for Selena Blunt. They're going to call it a 2-point basket. So 52-36 our score. Down to 5 seconds. Royst with it to Gregory. Near side wing. Three ball on the way. No good. Off the front of the rim. And that's the end of our third quarter. It is St. Francis with a 52-36 lead over Taylor. Will step away. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college. And so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better. I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
Back here live from the Huntsville Athletic Center as we go ahead and flip on over to our fourth quarter of action. St. Francis with the 52-36 lead. If St. Francis holds on to win, they will host the Crossroads League semifinal matchup against either Bethel or Spring Arbor. Both those squads tied up at 40 at Spring Arbor with 6:30 left to go in the third quarter. They're at Spring Arbor. Meanwhile, Marion ahead big on Grace 72-33. Huntington with a 6-point lead on Indiana Wesleyan 41-35. And then obviously here at the Hut, it is 55-36. St. Francis with the lead after that 3-ball from Callie Gregory. Fall will have it on the far side wing. Skips here to the near side. They'll look inside for Blunt as the double team is brought. She's able to put it home for the bucket. And now it's going to be Gregory here with it for the Cougars. Top of the key, near side now, Fordyce. Schwiedeman with it at the free throw line. Inside out game works as Kelly Gregory drains another triple for St. Francis. As Gregory now with 17 and 5 triples. 3-ball from the top of the key there is no good from Fall. And Schruderman now going to push. Finds Fordyce up ahead. Inside, and she's going to be fouled. And she'll go to the line for a pair. As the Cougars ahead by 20. Foul is going to be called on Kendall Semeta. Or excuse me, Kendall Seatsema. That's going to be her second. Team's first of the quarter. So she'll check out of the game. Number 24, Marissa Trout will come into the contest for Taylor Fordyce. Will go to the line for a pair. Fordyce is 70% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 11 points per game on the year. Hits on that free throw, and now sits with 10. Does the junior guard out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Second one is up and good, and Fordyce matches her average with 11 on that free throw make there. Trout with it here for Taylor. Goes up, couldn't get it to go. Board comes down to Callie Gregory. Goes inside to Schwiedeman. Schwiedeman going to look to work down low on Kelly. Puts it up off glass, couldn't get it to go, and the board comes down to the hands of Blunt. Blunt looks up ahead, finds Allen. Blunt back here on the near side now, Fall. She's going to launch from 3, no good. And out of bounds, possession will go back to St. Francis. Here are 7:59 remaining in our fourth quarter of action. Gregory will have it here for St. Francis. Finds Schwiedeman. And a foul is going to be called off the ball on Emma Fall. That's going to be her first, team second of the quarter. And Bound will come underneath here from Taylor Fordyce. Substitution for the Trojans as Allen will check out and Solette will come on. They get it in here to Callie Gregory. Looks inside for Schwiedeman. Poked from behind there by Blunt. And she's going to get called for a foul. That's going to be her second, team's third. Far side, 3-ball in the way. It's up and good there for Julia Mansella. The Cougs starting to pick up from beyond the arc here in the second half, as they are now 12 of 22 from deep. Fordyce looks up ahead, finds Mansella. She goes up and gets the score. And Fall now here with it for Taylor. Ancelette now on the near side here to Blunt. And a foul is going to be called. It's going to be on Julia Mansella. It's going to be her second. Team's first of the quarter. Substitution for the Cougars. Samia Stout will check out. Samia Stout will check on. Callie Gregory will come out. Blunt kicks. They'll go far side, and a three ball is up and good there from Quinn Kelly. Callie Gregory checks out with 17 points. We'll see if she comes back on the floor here tonight for the Cougars. If not, she currently sits as the leading scorer on the game for St. Francis. Schredeman had it poked behind by Blunt. Looked over the top there for Stout, and it's turned over. Blunt will go up ahead now here to Emma Fall. Kelly back far side. Three ball on the way from Blunt is no good. Long rebound comes down to the hands of Kelly. And a takeaway. Samia Stout jumps the lane, gets another steal. She'll drive, kicks, far side, three ball, no good there for Gizzy. And the board comes down now here to Emma Fall. Trout with it, guarded by Gizzy. Up top to Kelly. Now back here near side, they'll look inside here to Blunt. Back to Kelly with it, far side wing. Trout back with it in the corner. And Celette will swing it all the way around. Now here near side to Fall. Shot clock down to 5. Fall skips in the corner. Trout going to launch a three. No good. And a shot clock violation will be the call. We'll go the other way with St. Francis. McKay Musselman will check into the contest for Taylor. Meanwhile, Emma Royst will come on for St. Francis. It looks like Taylor going to use their final timeout of the game. We'll go ahead and step away with them. You're watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college, and so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better, I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
5:29 left to go here in our fourth quarter of action out of the timeout called by Coach Wiseman. And the Trojans, looks like they're going to pick up full court defensively. Trying to inch their way closer and closer here into this one. As the Cougs ahead by 24. Stout with that bucket there makes it 26. Largest lead of the game here for St. Francis. And Celette. Near side, now into the hands of Trout. Trout looking inside for Musselman. Instead, it's in the hands of Ancelette. Now inside, Musselman with it on on Mansella, and she puts it home for the score, and we'll go to the line for one. As the foul is going to be called on Emma Royst. It's going to be her first. Team second. As the free throw is up and good there for Musselman. Mansella with it now for St. Francis, out to Gizzy. Gizzy on the drive, goes up strong for the score. In the corner, this is Fall. Looks inside for Musselman. Double team was brought from Mantilla and Royst, and it was taken away. Now Fordyce with it, goes far side. Royst going to launch a three, no good. Gizzy comes down with the offensive board. Out to Mantilla. Here now for St. Francis. Mantilla on the drive, fakes the pass outside and puts it up for the score. And we get a whistle. Foul is going to be called. St. Francis going to clear the bench. Allison Choi, Rachel Harshman, Deanna Craig, and Ashley Cox all going to come into the game for St. Francis. And we'll get an inbound on the far side here from Taylor as Anselette gets it in to fall. Far side, three ball in the way from Anselette. It's no good. Board comes down to the hands here of Katie Moyer. And now it's going to be taken away as Cox with it here on the near side. Wing, step back three ball in the way off the back end of the rim. No good. Board is tipped down to the hands of Shoy. Couldn't get it to go. Harchman, offensive board, and she puts it home for the score. Rachel Harshman with the bucket for St. Francis. Taylor looking to clear the bench as well. As Musselman gets it off here to Quinn Kelly. She'll launch a jumper just inside the arc for the score. And now it's Shoy, who leaves off up top. Here to Ashley Cox. Back to Shoy with it now, far side, goes in the hands of Royst. They'll swing it around. Now it's Craig with it, spins inside. Looking for somewhere to go. Uses that pivot foot, couldn't get it to go. And possession now back the other way here with Taylor. As Anselette goes far side there to Kelly. Up top, three ball on the way. It's long on the marker there for fall. And board comes down into the hands of Royst. Cox now with it, going to look to drive. Had it knocked away. Goes out of bounds. We will head the other way. Number 32, and Caitlin Bunch going to check into the contest for Taylor. Number 15, and Caitlin Almond going to check on as well. As I mentioned, both these squads very, very young. St. Francis with just the one senior, and Julia Mansella. Meanwhile, for Taylor, just a pair as Kendall Sietsema, as well as Quinn Kelly. The drive inside, couldn't get it to go there. Could Moyer. Board comes down to Cox as she finds Shoy up ahead. Tried to go off glass, couldn't get it to go. Harshman on the battle for the board, and it's going to be Taylor who comes away with it as we're under 2 minutes now left to go. Look inside, right to the rim, and the bucket is good for Emma Anselette. As that was not a three ball, that was a two. My apologies there. 73-48 is our score. Royst inside, had it blocked, out of bounds. Will stay on this end. Kendall Sietsema will check into the contest. She will come in for Quinn Kelly, who will check out for what could be the final time as a Taylor Trojan. But as I mentioned, the Trojans receiving votes in the NAIA most recent poll, so they should make the NAIA national tournament. That will be determined in about a week or so from now. But St. Francis will advance to the semifinal contest in the Crossroads League tournament. They will play on Friday. It'll be at either 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. That time is still to be determined, depending on the factor of who they face, as Bethel currently ahead by 5 on Spring Arbor. There with 36 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter in Spring Arbor, Michigan. Meanwhile, Great Huntington and Indiana Wesleyan tied up at 44 all. Marion ahead by 45 on Grace, 88-43. So it looks like Marion and St. Francis both going to punch their ticket into the semifinals. Their opponents are still to be determined, with the matchup still going on. on the near side. This is Ancelette here with it. And we get a whistle of foul. It's going to be called. It'll be on number 12 and Deanna Craig. It's going to be the team's 5th, her 2nd. So that'll send Katie Moyer to the line for a pair. First free throw is up and good. Second free throw from Moyer is up and good as well. And so St. Francis with a 25-point lead. There's a 5-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So the Cougs will have to get a shot off. They do with that reverse lay-in from Cox is no good. And a second chance opportunity underneath for Allison Shoy will put her in the line for a pair. And Sietzema will pick up the foul. That's going to be her 3rd. So Allison Shoy to the line for a pair. The first free throw for Shoy is up and good. Second for Shoy is up and good as well. And so it'll be Ancelette here with it for Taylor on the near side wing. Moyer back up top to Ancelette. This one's poked away. Ashley Cox comes away with it. Oh, she's going to get called for a double dribble. And so Taylor will inbound the basketball. Across the way one more time. And that is going to be our final here from the Hutzel Athletic Center as St. Francis advances to the semifinals in the Crossroads League tournament with the win 77-50 over Taylor. They will host on Friday against either Spring Arbor or Bethel. That time is still to be determined. Make sure you follow the St. Francis social media pages for that time. Meanwhile, Taylor will finish the Crossroads League tournament and their regular season at 17-12. As I mentioned, their hopes still alive for the NAIA National Tournament. That draw will take place in about a week or so for now. Meanwhile, St. Francis will improve to 26-3 on the year, and they will host the semifinal contest on Friday evening. Time still to be determined, and opponent still to be determined as well, as Bethel ahead by 3 on Spring Arbor 50-47 with 9:42 left to go in the 4th there in Spring Arbor, Michigan. So we are going to go ahead and sign off here from the Hutzel Athletic Center. Join us Friday for the semifinal matchup in the Crossroads League tournament. Until then, we thank you so much for watching St. Francis Cougars basketball here on the St. Francis Cougars Network.